Welcome. Today we're diving into the essentials of designing and using questionnaires in educational research, especially for final year undergraduates and master's students. Many students find themselves needing to collect data for a dissertation or research project, but often have little experience with questionnaires. This guide will walk you through the theoretical and practical steps, helping you gain the confidence and knowledge to create effective questionnaires for qualitative data collection. Let's start by understanding why questionnaires are so widely used and what makes them a valuable tool for student researchers. Questionnaires are a staple in educational research because they're cost-effective, simple to use, and can quickly gather large amounts of data. For students, especially those working on dissertations, questionnaires offer a practical way to reach many participants and collect diverse perspectives. Compared to interviews or focus groups, questionnaires are less time-consuming and easier to manage, making them ideal for projects with limited resources. However, designing a good questionnaire requires careful planning and understanding of the research context. Questionnaire is more than just a list of questions. It's an organized sequence designed to obtain relevant information from people. Definitions vary, but the core idea is to present respondents with a series of questions or statements, often with set answers to choose from. This structure allows for standardization, making it easier to compare responses across participants. Understanding this definition is key before you start designing your own questionnaire. Let's look at the main advantages. First, questionnaires are convenient. You can distribute them online by mail or in person, reaching a wide audience quickly. They're also cost-effective, saving both time and money compared to interviews. Standardization ensures every participant gets the same questions, making analysis straightforward. Respondents can complete them in their own time, which often leads to more honest answers. Plus, anonymity can be preserved, encouraging candid responses. Finally, questionnaires are scalable, allowing you to adjust the number of responses you collect based on your needs. Despite their benefits, questionnaires have limitations. They may not capture the nuanced detail that interviews or focus groups can provide. There's also the risk of misunderstanding questions, especially if terms aren't clearly defined. Sometimes, students design questionnaires before finalizing their research questions or methodology, which can lead to misaligned data. It's crucial to ensure that a questionnaire is the right tool for your specific research question and that it's designed with care to avoid these pitfalls. Research questions can be open-ended or closed. Open-ended questions allow participants to share detailed personal responses, offering insights into their experiences and opinions. Closed questions restrict answers to predefined options, making data easier to analyze. The choice between open and closed questions depends on your research goals and the type of data you need. Understanding these categories helps you design questions that truly illuminate your research topic. Behavioral questions focus on what people do or have done, such as their habits or routines. For example, you might ask, how often do you eat fresh vegetables? Attitudinal questions, on the other hand, explore beliefs or opinions like, what is your opinion about tax breaks to encourage healthy eating? Including both types can help you understand not just what people do, but also how they think and feel about the topic. Actual questions gather specific information, such as age, occupation, or number of children. Descriptive questions ask respondents to describe experiences or feelings, like explain how you felt after eating a large meal. These questions help paint a fuller picture of your respondents, providing both concrete data and personal insights. Balancing factual and descriptive questions can enrich your research findings. Comparative questions look at differences or similarities between groups, such as comparing attitudes between age groups. Relationship-based questions investigate connections between variables, like the link between diet and education level. These types of questions are powerful for uncovering patterns and relationships in your data, helping you draw meaningful conclusions from your research. Causal questions aim to identify cause and effect relationships, such as the impact of an intervention on behavior. Exploratory questions are used early in research to gather preliminary insights and identify new areas for investigation. Both types are valuable. Causal questions help you understand why things happen, while exploratory questions open the door to unexpected findings and deeper understanding. Clarity is crucial in questionnaire design. Every question should be understandable and answerable by all respondents. Avoid assuming that everyone interprets terms the same way. Regional, cultural, or age differences can lead to confusion. For example, the word meal might mean different things to different people. Always define key terms and use language appropriate for your target audience to ensure accurate and meaningful responses. Common mistake is asking double-barreled questions, those that combine two questions into one. For example, how often and how much time do you spend in a cafe? Respondents may have different answers for each part, leading to confusion and unreliable data. Instead, split such questions into separate, focused items. This ensures each response is clear and directly addresses your research needs. Order of questions matters. Group similar questions together and arrange them logically to create a natural flow. This helps respondents stay engaged and reduces confusion. Start with general questions before moving to more specific or sensitive topics. A well-structured questionnaire feels coherent and is easier for participants to complete, leading to higher quality data. Tailor your language to your target audience. Consider their age, education level, and familiarity with the topic. Avoid jargon or overly technical terms unless your respondents are experts. If your audience includes non-native speakers, consider translating the questionnaire. Inclusive, accessible language ensures everyone can understand and respond accurately, making your data more reliable. It's vital to keep questions neutral and unbiased. Leading questions push respondents toward a particular answer, while loaded questions make assumptions that may not be true for everyone. For example, our ready meals are the best, aren't they? Is leading, and where do you enjoy shopping for food? Assumes enjoyment. Neutral wording helps ensure responses reflect true opinions and experiences. Ethical considerations are at the heart of questionnaire design. Researchers must reflect on their own positionality, how their background beliefs and experiences might influence the research. Acting ethically means ensuring questions are fair, inclusive, and respectful. Institutional ethical approval is important, but personal responsibility is key. Always follow ethical guidelines and consider the impact of your questions on respondents. Several issues can arise when using questionnaires. Respondent fatigue can lead to incomplete or rushed answers, especially if the questionnaire is too long. Simplicity or jargon bias can confuse participants if language is too basic or too technical. Social desirability bias may cause people to answer in ways they think are acceptable rather than truthful. The halo effect can result in consistently positive or negative responses, regardless of the actual question. Being aware of these problems helps you design better questionnaires. Not all respondents have the same literacy levels. If you anticipate that some participants may struggle with reading or comprehension, simplify your language and structure. Seek feedback from professionals or peers to ensure clarity. Making your questionnaire accessible to everyone increases the quality and inclusiveness of your data, ensuring no one is left out due to language barriers. Before launching your questionnaire, conduct at least one pilot test with a small group similar to your target respondents. Piloting helps identify unclear questions, confusing order, or missing items. Gather feedback on length, clarity, and overall experience. Revise your questionnaire based on this feedback and consider a second pilot if needed. This process ensures your final questionnaire is effective and user-friendly. In deciding how many questions to include, focus on what's necessary to answer your research questions. Avoid the temptation to ask for extra information that isn't central to your study. Keep the questionnaire short. Ideally, it should take no more than 10 minutes to complete. Only ask for personal details if they're directly relevant. This approach respects your respondents' time and increases the likelihood of complete, high-quality responses. Designing and using questionnaires is a vital skill for student researchers. By following best practices, defining clear research questions, using appropriate language, avoiding bias, and piloting your questionnaire, you can collect accurate, meaningful data. Remember, a well-designed questionnaire not only answers your research questions but also contributes to the quality and credibility of your project. Good luck on your research journey.